Well, good evening. I got my vacuum hoses today, and well, this stuff is really getting to me. I've decided to change up again because I don't want to use any wood in this airplane. I just want to make it out of carbon, and now this would have worked no problem. Where I have two pieces, this is balsa wood with carbon fiber on them, and then the Kevlar goes in between them like so, for the hinges, and then then this gets glued on and sandwiched, and this would have worked, but I got a better way. So this is the third iteration of this. I started with this, which is two sheets of balsa wood with the Kevlar between it, sandwiched, and I was going to go ahead and put carbon on top of this. Then I went to this iteration here, but it's got wood in it. Same with the rudder. This rudder is let's change camera angles so we can get a little better picture of it. Now this rudder is usable, it's no problem, but it has a balsa core in it. We're going to get rid of that on everything. I'm getting rid of the balsa core. But in order to do that, I've got to set up and do another mold. And after this mold is done, I got all my molds done. All I'll be doing is laying up parts. Except for maybe we ought to mold a bell crank. So this will give you the overview on exactly what's entailed to make these parts. First, make the pattern. I did the wing. I had 6 failures before I had a success. Just the way it goes. We're going to take this melamine here. This is the new mold right here for all these parts. So, how do I want to do this? We're going to bag this, so I'm going to go around the outside with tape. We got to stay within this line because this is where the gum tape goes. I want to do this as efficient as possible, so it'd be 1 sheet of carbon or 2 sheets of carbon, and then cut the parts out of it. Okay, that's where the tape goes. We don't need this right yet. So I want to, well, it doesn't much matter because I'm going to put 2 layers on it now. Let's see. These go up to the right. These go up to the right. So this was incorrect. No, that's correct. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Put those here. Nose there. Do the rudder there. Actually, I want to do them like that so that the pattern matches on each one of these. And then we'll do the rudder right there. Then I'll have a reservoir over here so that the resin doesn't get sucked down the compressor again. Okay. I know there's not a whole lot of interest in this project from some of you, but there is some interest from others. Getting all kind of pictures and so we'll get this hot gun or glue gun heated up, get these glued down. In all actuality, I ought to make these side by side. So I got a little extra room. I'll make them like this. And this right here, this is just going to be one thickness, 3-4 layers thick. So I got that thing right there. Is that going to be enough room? Yep. Yep, these will be solid carbon instead of balsa and carbon. If there's any more parts I need to make. Okay. So if I do that and I make it square, I'll still have a spot for my thing to go when I bag it up. We'll bag the mold here and the part here. Looks good. So the mold's going to get bagged there, and the part's going to get bagged there. Yep, works. So now comes the clay. And then the wax, and then the PVA. It'd be nice if this clay was a little more pliable. I might have to heat that up with a heat gun. I've still got to go get my tire fixed on my trailer. I've got to clean the carburetor on my generator, so I got electricity at Broadax. Got to get an oil change. Lot to do before taking off and going. Got to get my airplanes all set up, ready to go. Hey, Charles, if you want me to send them to you, make sure you get me that by tonight, because I got no money to mail that to you. I'm broke, as always. Yep, got to unplug this glue gun. We don't need that no more. I don't know whether I can do this in an hour or not. But It's almost like I should prime this thing. I think I will prime both molds at the same time. Prime and sand. Of course, I don't know whether I need to prime it or not. I know I got to PVA it, wax and PVA it. I've learned quite a bit about molding doing this job, that's for sure. I wouldn't say I'm a pro at it, but I'm starting to be able to hold my own, know what works and what don't. So last night's session was to make the buck, the plug, because I got a plug here that's way too thick. If I had a little more room, I could have made it a lot faster. Yeah, what's up? How's it going, Jonathan? I'll tell you who I haven't seen in a while is Craig Biswick. Hope he didn't give up on Control Line. Of all the guys I flew with when I was younger, there's not one that stuck with it. Not one. There we go. Like that. Yeah. And I wish I could see across the room to read that little chat. Oh, there's Craig. Yeah, ain't seen you in a while. Yeah, I wish I could go, but there ain't no way. Couple of reasons. First off, I don't have the money. Second off, our country is demanding real ID. Well, I ain't doing that real ID just to fly on an airplane. I don't need to go anywhere. My World War II dad told me that they had big talks about a national ID card, and it was ruled illegal. And here they have put in an illegal order so they can keep track of you. I just don't go up for that shit. I do not need to fly. And you know they have not caught one terrorist. It's a joke. You want to stop them guys, you could do like Israel does. They don't play around. I still wish them World War II guys were around right now. They wouldn't put up with any of this shit. I don't know what's up with my generation. Why we tolerate this crap. I think I need to get that a little closer. That's more better. We don't need no screw ups. I'm getting too damn close. I only got a month to get this thing ready to go. If that. I don't know if I'm going to make it or not. Shouldn't have started this project so late, but it'll be there when it's done. It will be there when it's done. Yeah, I think we'll spray PVA on it instead of that other stuff. Well, them World War II guys would not put up with the shit that's going on. I can tell you that right now. Hey, Wayne. I gotta tell you guys, if you want to see some Brodak footage, now's the month to get the money in for the bandwidth, because I'll be paid for it at the end of the month. But if you wait till June when the thing is going on, I won't have the money to shoot any live stream. Since I not working, I am super poor. Airplane poor. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing these, is because there's some people that want to buy them. But it's got to be a good product. I hate to keep begging. Just how it goes. I already do this for nothing. Don't make shit at this. Okay, we need a pointy spatula to go around these quarters, I think. Get rid of that so there's not a bunch of shit on the table. There we go, Fred. Thank you. That'll help. You see, I get paid on this month's super chats, so that I can have the money for next month's Brodak bandwidth. One of these days, I'm going to do a big. There we go, Jonathan. I'm going to do a big number when I hold my breath. Thank you, Jonathan. Let me display these for everybody. Yeah, I hope to see you there. I can't remember the guy's name in California who's the tattoo artist. That I painted them tattoo signs for. Was supposed to deliver them to the Nats last year, but I'm not going to fly the Nats this year, so I might be there one day for N30. I don't have the money, guys. Just kind of out of the question now. It's either go to Brodak's or go to the Nats. Well, that's an easy one. That's an easy one. Okay, that's Fred there. Let's do Jonathan here. Thank you, Jonathan. Just don't like that big lip there. It's not good. Cutting it back, cutting it back. Yep, let's do that. Let's do that. Cut it all the way off. Just pray that it don't get locked up in the mold. Well, thank you, Craig. I just use that money for bandwidth. Ain't like I'm staying at the Ritz. Me and Bob Zambelli are rooming together. Him and I get along okay. Seeing as I don't have John to stay with anymore. I miss that dude already. Okay. Got to be real careful. That carbon fiber edge is super sharp. We'll file that. We'll file that. I wish they had better cell service there. Every year I got to battle the hotspot. Come on. I wonder if I could get it with a trowel. How about this knife? That's good. That looks good. You know, I think I'm gonna prime this thing. Oh no, I can't prime it. I just waxed it. Shit. Oh well. We'll just PVA it and say that's it. Well, I'll try to bring you the best footage I can. I mean, every year I go there and I try to do a good job, but and it's pretty hectic to do. So what we're going to do tonight is in about 15 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever that clock says there, we're going to end the stream. I got to eat dinner. And I'll continue to work on this off camera. And if I do something exciting, which is probably not, you guys have seen me do this over and over again. But this is the last mold to make. So we're almost out of the woods of this carbon molding stuff, which does not do very good as far as the views go. Yeah, please don't forget to hit the like button. Leave a comment afterwards. That helps. It's all engagement. I think my best contest video that I ever did, I want to say 2004, but I didn't have the camera there in 2004, so it would have to be 2013 maybe. If you go back and look at the channel, I was filming old cars in the parking lot, and I think the Brazilians were there. We did really good. Yes, it's all hollow. It's all laminated, whatever. I don't know if you guys ever weld, but if you weld, if you start here and you weld all the way along a piece of metal, it's weaker than if you stitch it. If you go inch, skip 2 inches, inch, skip 2 inches. And I think that's how the hollow wing is going to be. Stronger than if it was solid. But what do I know? I'm just a dumb mechanic. But so is Orville and Wilbur. And they were bicycle mechanics. I still think they had airplanes in the Egyptian time. I think there was a whole lot of shit going on back then that. And let me back that up. Why I say that airplanes in the Egyptian time. If you look, there's been artifacts found that look like an airplane. And RC guys have taken that same design and scaled it up and put an engine on it, and it flies perfect. It's kind of like, they were smarter than you give them credit for back in those days. An aircraft carrier is the same ratio, not dimension, but ratios, formula as Noah's Ark. So they knew some stuff. There's not to say that we're not getting smarter now, but they had low voltage batteries back then. They did electroplating. So now this is before whoever founded electricity is. It wasn't George Washington with a key and a tight string, but they knew about it. I know I certainly wouldn't be holding on to no kite string in the lightning storm with a key and a mason jar. That's totally preposterous. They taught all kind of crap in school. It was BS. Like George Washington, I've said it before. George Washington throwing a silver dollar across the Potomac River. Wrong answer. Potomac River's a mile wide there, and they didn't mint silver dollars at that time. So that's crap. Same with the cherry tree. Chop down the cherry tree. China brought him in here after George Washington's death. So that's wrong. All I got to do is watch the fake news and know they've been lying to us for a long time. It's preposterous. I scream, you scream, we all scream. Media matter. Now I am, when I go to the Nats this year to fly N30 for the day, I am stopping at the ice cream stand. And no, that's not the ice cream stand you guys know of. The one over by Super 8 and the miniature golf. You can't get no better ice cream than there. Now we got a good draft angle on that. I showed Danny that ice cream stand. He lives real close. He's going by and picking that up whenever he can. I mean, he loves it. I love it too. Now, you might think that this is a waste of time, but you have to do this or else the resin gets underneath the part and glues the part to the board, the parting board. And then you're screwed. You just wasted all your time. So it's put this clay on to seal up the line, wax this whole board, then PVA it, spray it with PVA so that the resin doesn't get underneath it, and then we can lay up fiberglass and bag it down. I'm going to try to get this bagged down tonight so tomorrow I got a mold and can make a part. I'm not going to go too elaborate on this mold. You know, I built the other ones up to, they were an inch thick. I don't need it here. I'll put 4 layers of matte cloth on it and that call it a day because it's only that big. It's pretty small. It'll be 1 layer, a half ounce. Hey, catch you later, Jonathan. 1 layer, a half ounce, 1 layer of carbon, 3 layers of chop. And that should be plenty strong enough for this little mold. We have about 3/4 done here. Thank you very much for the super chats, guys. I gotta raise as much money as I can before Brodex, because I mean I do get some super chats during Brodex, but shit, you know, I gotta have the money to buy the bandwidth before I go to Brodex. Well, I think that's going to do it for this evening. I'll do this off camera. Get it waxed up. Take it over there. PVA it. I got to finish up that other mold where I backed these molds up with foam. I'm not going to do that for this other mold, but I got the other half of this mold over there that needs to be shot with primer and sanded. I got a lot of work to do. And Al Ferraro sending me a Fora. At least I'll get the motor mounts. Whether I get it done or not, I'll get the motor mounts drilled and we'll see what happens. But you know, I can only do what I can do. I can't go that fast. If it was wood, we have this done already. I'd have built 4 of them by now, but this is a new endeavor. Something I'm not familiar with, never done before. This ought to be a testament of don't be afraid to try something new, because if I can do it, you can do it. You just got to have the desire. Like my dad would say, you got to have determination. Not to let it beat you. Yeah, I think the solid carbon is going to be a whole lot better than sheeted balsa wood with carbon over it. Trying to do a whole airplane with just carbon, no wood. And if Coke Plastics was open, we'd have phenolic motor mounts instead of maple. But I can't find anybody that'll sell me that half-inch thick phenolic scrap cheap. I need 1 foot square of half-inch thick phenolic, linen phenolic, to make the motor crutch out of it. And then it'll be a 100% composite airplane. But otherwise, I gotta make the motor mounts out of wood. Now there's some other type shit that Hunt knows about. Can't remember what they call it. Except stuff he uses to make them electric motor mounts out of. That might work if I could get in a half-inch sheet, half-inch thick, 1 foot square. Of course, I'm not sure whether I might want to have some spruce glued to the datum line on this fuselage to where the halves key together. You know, I don't know. You know, I got these guys all excited about these airplanes, and I just don't know whether I can deliver. I only got a month. All I can do is the best I can do. Alrighty, I'll see you tomorrow. Fair winds, tight lines. We'll see you.